Assignment of rights and delegation of duties is easy. Contractual rights are usually assignable, and anti-assignment provisions are usually unenforceable. Consent of the other party, not required. Notice to the other party is required. There's no additional consideration required to assign a contract. The assignment is going to be valid unless, one, it materially changes the obligor's duties, it increases his burden, or it impairs the value of his performance. One wrinkle here: if the contract is covered under the statute of frauds, then a writing is required. If the contract is covered under statute of frauds, if you're going to assign it, you need a writing. Okay, so the assignment is valid unless it materially changes the obligor's duty, it increases his burdens, it impairs the value of his performance, and if the assignee doesn't pay, guess who he gets to sue? He gets to sue both parties. So if the assignee doesn't pay, the other side retains a cause of action against the original assignor. All right, 1, contractual rights are usually, that's right, assignable. Anti-assignment provisions are usually, that's right, unenforceable. Consent of the other side is not required, but notice to the other side is required. If the contract's covered under the statute of frauds, we need a writing to assign it. But we don't need any additional consideration. And the assignment is valid unless it materially changes the obligor's duties, impairs the value of his performance, or increases his burden. Repeat, the assignment is valid unless it, 1, materially changes his duties, impairs the value of his performance, or increases his burden. What happens if the assignee doesn't pay? Bob the painter can sue the assignee, and he retains a cause of action against the assignor. Okay, let's talk about delegation of duties. The delegator is the person with the duty to perform, such as the duty to pay under the contract. Okay, you can delegate any duty to a third party if the other person could reasonably perform those duties. If the delegatee performs that duty, paying or performing, then the delegator's obligation is discharged. There are certain non-delegable duties. 1, a fiduciary or professional to their client. 2, special or unique services like personal services contracts. You usually cannot delegate those to other people because they require that person's special skill or knowledge. All right, our main things. What's not required? Consent. What is required? Notice. Do you need consideration to assign? No. But if the contract is covered under the statute of frauds, you need a writing. If the assignee does not pay, the other side retains a cause of action against the original assignor. So it's kind of like mortgages where the other party is secondarily liable. Delegator may delegate a duty to the third party if another person could do what? That's right, reasonably perform those duties. If the delegatee performs their duty, that obligation is discharged. But there are certain non-delegable duties. What are they? A fiduciary or professional to their client. And the big one, personal services contracts that require special or unique knowledge or skill. And that's it for assignment and delegation.